Hello.
Sir, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Now, is it audible?
Yeah, sir, we could hear you.
Guys, now is it audible to you?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Right, okay. So, actually, international conference is going on, right? Okay, in our college.
Yeah, sir, I know.
So, yesterday I have not taken class. Okay, so just you people have to, I think you people got information to join that international conference. Okay, right. So, today also conference is going on. Okay, so just for 10 to 15 minutes, okay, we will discuss one simple concept. Okay, right. Then after that, you can add to the conference. Okay, right, guys.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir, sure.
So actually, see, only 9 members have joined. Ma, just post the message in the group that class has been started. Only very few are there. Only 9 members have attended. Just post the message in group so that others will join. See here, another thing is, see, those who are attending here, those who are participating in the online classes, okay, so that attendance will be get recorded, okay. So you can able to see here participants. Beside that, one option is there, right? So from here, we will be downloading the attendance list, okay. So we will be downloading daily that attendance sheet, and whoever are logging here, okay, whoever are participating here, for them only the attendance will be given. For others, attendance will not be there, okay. So that will be a problem, okay, that you others will face, okay, those who are not attending classes, okay. So CRs, please take initiative and intimate to everyone that here everything is getting recorded here. Okay, so those who are present, for them only the attendance will be given, and this proof will be attached to the JNTU. So please be careful. Okay, so whoever is available here, right? So for them only the attendance will be added. Okay, so for others there is no chance to do the attendance. Okay, so please be careful. Okay, right.
Yes,
So
sir.
and inform everyone
Sir,
about these things. Okay,
I made it
yeah.
clear in the group that whoever are attending the classes only will receive the attendance. I made sure that everyone are coming, sir, again. Like, I'm messaging them, sir,
Right,
everyone.
yeah. Inform everyone. And another thing is, if they are having any issues, okay, let them report to mentor, okay, right, and let them report to HOD also, so that ma'am will be knowing, okay. So at the end, if they come and they will ask for the attendance, no one will give. So please inform everyone now, okay, right. So Sairam here, Sierra, this semester, who is the CR, boy CR?
Yes, sir, me. Sairam.
Sairam only, na? Okay, okay, right, okay. From girls, Ruhina?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, right. So, shall we start with that simple concept one? Right, so we'll take one concept, okay, one simple concept. Right, so already we have started. So, just we will see one more simple concept, okay, in today's lecture. Just observe it here, okay, so I will share one screen. Yeah, okay. Now screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, 562. Right. Thank you. See here, actually we have started, right, PPL. So all these things you know, okay, just you can achieve, you know. So and this is the first unit syllabus actually, right. So and we have discussed concepts, okay, under this first unit, okay. So almost the first part we are about to complete actually, right. Right. Next see here all the concepts we have discussed. Okay, so you people need revision, ma? No need, right? So anyone wants any revision? Yes, anyone can talk. Yes, Ruhina.
Yes, sir.
कंफर्मेशन मैसेज मिला है सर, फिर कटने के बाद ईएमआई आपको फिर डायरेक्टली
What, ma? Ruhina, your voice is not clear. Repeat it once again.
You start, sir.
Okay. No. From first I have to start. No need.
Your voice is
Already I have
breaking,
started
sir.
the revision. Okay. So you just. No.
Sir, next point in and further already got recovery ready.
Cut చేసేసాను.
And
And already got recovered. Okay. Recovered. Okay, ma'am. Right. So here see. So all these concepts we have discussed, right? What is the main reason for studying concepts of programming language? Okay. Is it audible, ma? Is it clear now? Hello.
Yeah, sir, it is audible.
Okay. Okay, right. So here see in the first chapter, okay, first unit. So we have discussed these concepts. Why we have to study the concepts of programming language. Okay, right. So all these things in detail also we have seen. Okay, so you can express, you can choose the appropriate language, you can implement new languages, you can learn new languages, you can easily adapt to the new technologies. Okay, so all these things we have discussed. Okay, right. So then after that we have seen domains. What are the different areas where the programming can be helpful? Okay, so in the different applications, okay, where different domains the programming is useful. This one also we have discussed. Okay, and you got the clarity. Next, after that, we have seen one more concept, that is language evaluation criteria. How to evaluate a language based on some parameters: readability, writability, reliability, and cost. Okay. So based on that, in the readability, you will be discussing some of the points like simplicity, orthogonality. We will consider, and we will talk about the these control statements. Okay, data types and structures we will see, and syntax considerations. All these things we will include, and we will concentrate on the readability of that particular lines of code. Okay, and then after that we have seen writability things. Okay, so writability means how easily, how in a simple way you can write the programs. Okay, that is the lines of code, how easily you can write it. That is the ultimate writability. So while writing any programs, some of the parameters you have to concentrate. That is what you need to use: abstraction mechanisms, techniques, and expressivity should be clear. Okay, your expression should be written in a simple manner, and simplicity, orthogonality properties also you can use it. Okay, right. So reliability, their type checking, errors, all those things we have seen. Okay, right. So all those things also we need to concentrate, and for a language we have to check whether that language can able to handle the exceptions or not. Okay, that one also we have to concentrate. Okay, then after that finally cost. Okay, how much we have to bear for that particular language also we have to see. In addition to this, we have some more evaluation properties. Okay, that is portability, generality, well definedness. Okay, portability problems, all those things also we can consider it. Okay, right. So then after that, see here, we have seen one more concept. Okay, who influenced these language designs? All the different languages. Okay, who influenced them to design that particular language? Okay, so based on the standard architectures, they went for language designs. Okay, right. So they based on some standard architectures. Okay, so like one human architecture and Howard architecture. Okay, so with the help of those architectures, they have influenced the language design, and we have seen. Okay, what is one human architecture and Howard architecture. Okay, so one human architecture means just we have to talk about one point here, that is data and programs. Okay, so programs and data are stored in same memory, but for the other architectures, Howard architecture, data and programs reside in separate memory. Okay, so memory is a combination of here what data and programs. Okay, right, that is one human architecture. Our architecture means it will be separate. Okay, so this memory will be divided into parts. Okay, that is the other architecture. So based on these architectures, okay, they came and with that influence, okay, so they are going for the language designs. Okay, right. Next. This one is no need. Okay, right. So, and we have seen one more concept there, that is language categories also. Okay, so we have a list of languages. We are categorizing into four here, into four categories. Okay, so four categories here, language category. That is, we are dividing into four types. That is imperative, functional, logic based, and object oriented. See, each and every program will be language, or each and every language will be having some speciality. Okay, right. So we can categorize based on the specific use of that particular language. Okay, right. So like imperative, functional. Okay, imperative means what? Okay, there is a basic foundation, basic structural, basic languages. Okay, basic foundation languages we can call it as. Okay, with that language, okay, you can be able to develop other languages. Best example is C language. Okay, so there you can state that is imperative type. Functional means what? Okay, advanced parameters, applying functions. You can use functions and you can pass parameters to the functions. Okay, all those things you can do it. That is the best language here for the functional is Lisp. Okay, right. Then logic based, not completely rule based. All rules will be the rules and regulations we have to follow. That language is Prolog. Next, object oriented. Object oriented means it supports abstraction mechanisms, inheritance, polymorphism, dynamic binding, all those concepts it should support. Okay, that's better language for object oriented is C++. Okay, and Java. This one we have seen. Okay, right. So this one no need the language to learn. Okay. So next one is programming environments. What are the different environment that we can use for the programming? Okay, right. So different environments you can use it. That is Unix environment, .NET, and Borland, C++. This is JBuilder is one IDE environment that you can use for developing programming for to run any software. Okay, right. So next you see, this is the actual thing here. Okay, so implementation methods. Yeah, right. So I think some problem came. Rectified. I think. Uh, is it audible, ma? Yes. It's no problem, right? It is audible. Sairam. Yes, guys. Anyone of you can
Yeah, sir, it is
talk.
audible.
Okay. Right. Is it screen is visible, right? Something message I
Yeah, sir.
got, that's why. Okay. Yeah, screen is visible, right? Okay. Yeah. See here. Implementation methods. Okay. Our next concept is implementation methods. Okay. So if you want to implement or if you want to develop any language, okay, what are the different methods you can use, implementation methods you can use? Okay, so here in uh, programming language, okay, so we can use different techniques. Okay, different compilation method. Then is we will see the complete compilation process, how a language is translated to another language. Okay, that is compilation method you can use, pure interpretation method you can use, and hybrid implementation systems also you can use. Hybrid implementation method also you can use. Okay, so actually see here we are having three different methods. Okay, for to develop a language. Okay, right. That is compilation method, interpretation method, hybrid implementation method. See, by using these three things, okay, so you can use any one method and you can convert a language, you can develop a language, okay, easily. Right. So here compilation method means here we can able to see the use of the compilers, how the compiler will translate the high level language code to the machine code. Okay, so that is high level language program to the machine language. Okay, how a program can be translated into machine language. Okay, right. So what are the different phases that are available in the compilers? Okay, that is syntax phase, semantics phase, intermediate code generator, code optimizer. Okay, right. So all those things, okay, how they are using, okay, inside the compilers, but to convert the high level language program to the machine language. Okay, so all those things and internal architecture of the compiler, we will be seeing it, and we will see the complete implementation process. Interpreter means what here? Just like compilers only, okay, but here the compilers will take the complete program and they will convert into the machine code. But interpreter, they will scan line by line. That is only the difference that you need to observe here. Okay, if you go with compilers, okay, complete program it will take at a time and it will convert. Interpreter means, okay, so line by line it will scan. Okay, right. So we have another method, that is hybrid method. Hybrid method means what? Okay, so up to some level it will act, and after some level, okay, so it will act as interpreter. Means combination of compilers and interpreter. That is hybrid. Means combination of both. Okay, this technique also you can use. Okay, right. So let me see in detail. Okay, before going for this one, okay, compilers and all. First, you should know how a computer is organized. Okay, right. So that is the layered view of computer. Layered view of computer means what? How a computer software is arranged internally. Okay, now you can able to see my screen. Okay, right, shade screen. Okay, but how is arranged? What is the internal architecture that the PC is following? Okay, right. So what is the layered view architecture of that computer? Okay, how it will be arranged? See, if I want to open any application, first I need some operating system. So with first the operating system will get loaded once if you switch on the PC. Then after that you will go to the specific application and you will open that application. Okay, you will open that application. Okay, right. So here see how this arrangement is there. Okay, what is the view, layered view? Okay, that will be used in the computers. Okay, right. So you can able to see one simple diagram here. That is what here. This is one machine. Okay, that is maybe it may be desktop or it may be laptop. Okay, right. So on that machine, what it will be there? Okay, some software. Okay, right. It may be internal BIOS like that. Okay. So on that, what you will do? You will try to install one operating system. So after installing that operating system, you can able to install any software. It may be compiler software, it may be ADA compiler, or it may be some other softwares, okay, antivirus softwares, or anything you can install. So this is what one layered view of a computer. How the arrangement, okay, how the components are arranged inside the computer. Okay, this is one layered view. Okay, so one machine, inside that some interpreter software will be there. Then after that some operating system. Then on that operating system the software will sit. Okay, so like this. Okay, we can take some layered view of computer like that. Next, after that, see here. Now we will get into our implementation methods. That is what compilers. Everyone knows about compiler, right? So compiler means what? It will we take the high level language program as an input and it will convert to the low level language. That is machine language. How this translation will goes on? Okay, right. What happens means this compilers will be having different phases. You can able to see in the diagram. See here. So here what source program. First it will goes to the lexical analyzer. Mean there text that information divided in the form of tokens. Okay, right. So already you have learned in the compiler design. So into tokens it will take. Okay, from the tokens what happens? Okay, so they will use one format and they will try to represent in parse trees. Okay, so they will represent in the parse trees. Okay, and they will try to represent in with the help of syntax analyzer. What it will do means that whatever the information that is available in ID forms. Okay, so that one will be taken it into restructure with the help of syntax analyzer. Then after that, what see here in between this, okay, semantics also you can use it. Okay, you can use some more advanced techniques here. Okay, right. So and after that, parse trees, what will do means intermediate code generator will be there. There's some intermediate code means 3 address code, 2 address, 0 address. So different types of codes. Okay, so different formats we will use and we will try to represent the code. Okay. Then after that, what we will do with the help of symbol tables means here we will be using symbol tables. Okay, so for to store all that data. Right. Then after that, we goes to the optimization. Once here we will try to optimize these things and we will generate the code. Okay, with the help of code generator. Then the machine code will be generated. Okay. All these things already you have learned in compiler design. All the phases of the compiler you have learned and you have seen what are the different optimization techniques, code generation techniques, and what is the use of a symbol table, syntax analyzer, lexical analyzer. In detail, you have studied in a lexical this one compiler design subject. Okay, so all those phases will be helpful here, and easily it will be converted into the machine code. Okay, right. So then after that, see here, just if you go for another implementation, that is interpreter. Just now I said to you, right? So here it is scan line by line. Okay, so automatically what happens means if a compiler is given to you and interpreter is given to you, the compiler will do faster. Interpreter will perform slowly. How means how we can justify this means, okay, so compiler means, okay, it will take the complete program at a time and it will try to convert it. Okay, right. So 100 lines are there means, okay, at a time it will take, and there is fast execution will be there, fast conversion it will do. But when it comes to the interpreter, it will take line by line and it will take more time for you, okay, to scan the code. That is slower execution. Okay, 10 to 100 times it will be slower. Okay, right. So that is a thing, okay, that you can observe in interpreters. Okay, right. So same process only. Okay, right. So here how the compilers will work, like that only it will work. Okay, right. So just the difference here is it will be slow. Okay, so here what happens here, same interpreter was also having all the phases and all. The source program is given to the interpreter, then it will result the output in the machine language form. Okay, right. So some input data is given to this interpreter, so it will be getting converted to the machine code. Okay, same thing. Whatever the phases that you have learned in the compiler. Okay, so same phases that we will be using for the interpreter as well. Okay, right. Next. See here, we have one more method implementation, that is hybrid implementation technique, means hybrid implementation method. Hybrid implementation method means combinations. Okay, right. See what it will do means hybrid implementation means compilers will be slow. So with the help of these two things, okay, whenever it is required, it will goes into a slow process, and whenever it is required, it will take the compiler's roles. Okay, right. So they will share. Okay. See here, what happens means if you just observe this diagram with the hybrid implementation, up to here intermediate code generator, it will act as the compilers. Then after that, what happens? Okay, so code optimizing. Okay, so converting code. Okay, so at that time after converting the code with the help of interpreter, it will result. Okay, right. So here combination of compilers and interpreters. Okay, that is what hybrid implementation method. Okay, hybrid implementation systems. Okay, right. So like that. So this is a very simple thing and very important concept. Okay. So what are the implementation methods? Language implementation method. Okay. Three things here. That is about compilers, about interpreters, pure interpreters, and hybrid implementation methods. Okay. These are the three different things that you can use for to implement any language. Then finally, in the first part, we have one more topic, that is evolution of major programming languages. Okay, so what are the different languages? Okay, you can able to see. Okay, that is evolution of major programming languages. What are the different years different programming languages has been introduced. Okay, that you can able to see here. Okay, so here we have one architecture here. So you can able to see one diagram here, right? So in the diagram you can able to see here. See, Photon is there, and here Modular is one language, Algol, Lisp, Snowball. Then see ANSI, C, Java, Ada. So different languages. Okay, see here. On the left side, you can able to see the dates like years, like 1957 to 1995. Okay, right. So this chart will shows you what are the different languages, okay, that has been introduced in different years. Okay, right. See here. Suppose you can observe Photon 4, okay, version. So when they have released in the year 1960, okay, right. Algol 60, okay, in the 1960s. Algol 58 in the year 1958. Then COBOL. So COBOL is what here in which year? In the year 1960 only they have introduced. Lisp is the language in the year 1959. See, all this what means, okay, different languages, okay, so in the different years they have introduced. Okay, just you have to remember all these years, okay, right? So you have to remember all these years, okay, not all. So major languages like Proton, COBOL, Ada, Lisp, then Java, okay, right, Snowball, then Modular, like that. Okay, so try to pick some mostly useful languages and try to make a note of that years. Okay, right. So all these things just representing here in one chart. Okay, so if you observe here from 1957 to 1995, okay, so they have introduced so many languages. Okay, right. So this chart will tells you all the things. Okay, so what the different years and what the things they are used. Okay, right. So these are all what very important and very easy concepts. Okay, that you can able to find in the first unit, first part. Okay, right. So then after that, see here, language design trade-offs. Okay, what are the advantages and you can able to find. Okay, and what are the disadvantages you can able to find here. See, all these things you can write it very easily. Yes. That is what when it comes to the reliability versus cost. Okay, there will be some problem. The conflicts may occur. Okay, so reliability versus cost, readability versus writability. There may be some issues. Okay, right. So some trade-offs you can able to see. Okay, so not that much useful things. Okay, just if you want means you can refer it. Okay, right. So then programming methodologies also. Okay, what the different years and different programming have been introduced. Okay, right. So this is what actually first unit, first part. Okay, right. So in the next session, okay, I will start with the second part. Okay, that is what syntax and semantics. Okay, very easy one, that one also. Syntax and semantics means what? How to write a syntax, okay, for a given statement. Set notations, okay, right. So all those things we will use and we will try to write the meanings for that. Okay, semantics means meaning, syntax means one notation, right? So for that notation, how you can write the explanation, how you can write the meaning for that sentence. Suppose for example, if you have if condition, okay, if statement, if you have for the if statement, how you can describe that if statement, okay, that explanation how you can write. Okay, you can represent in different ways. Okay, semantics representations will be there, like qualifiers you can use. Okay, right. So by using qualifiers you can write the explanation. Okay, so what are those qualifiers? Okay, and what is the formal methods you can use, and what is the grammars, attributes, grammars also you can use. Okay, and you can describe the meaning. Okay, so all these things in detail we will see in the next class. Okay, right. So parallelly what you have to do here is, okay, for the next class just refer set notations once. Okay, right. Set notations, if you refer easily, you will be understanding the syntax and semantics concepts. Okay, so still time is there, 20 minutes. Okay, just conference is going on, right? Okay, So try to attend that conference. Okay? Thank you guys. Okay, bye.
Thank you so much, sir. Really.
Okay. Okay. Now join the conference. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah, sir. Sure.
Okay. Thank you. Bye. Which is
It was situation plus field.
SITUATIY.
Yes, right.
SI
Yes, right.